your ball in the trees and then you live out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us, 'cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, and welcome down to another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast. This is podcast number 99. Go to the ice cream truck, stick a big fat flake in it, because we are here to stay. Almost triple digits on the podcast. Who thought we would have been here? Not me. I thought we'd have been chased down and run out of the village by episode 12. But we are all back together. We have Kieran, we have Jacob, we have Mick in the same room.
No, don't believe it.
So that means...
Honestly.
I don't know, like the planets have aligned or something. So in this episode, we're going to have Guess the Player, which is the longest running quiz in golf history. We've got LIV and the PGA Tour, which are finally about to join forces in about a gazillion pound merger. We've just had the best week in the US, which we're going to talk all about. And the match is back on TNT Sports for you American sports fans, and probably on Sky for us UK sports fans. And we are going to be discussing if anyone actually gives a crap anymore. I'm very unsure if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So to kick everything off, we are back together. We've got a few weeks at home before we're travelling again. It is the time of year where we're all going everywhere.
Tis the season.
Season, yeah.
Has anyone listened to any Christmas music yet?
No.
It was so depressing. Like, as soon as the Halloween adverts ended, I think it was Sainsbury's or Marks and Spencer's or something like that. Straight on the Christmas advert.
Wow.
Oh, it's Sainsbury's because
November the 1st.
It had the BFG on it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
And like Carly at home literally stood up and left the room.
I don't blame her.
Wow.
I do not blame her.
And it was halfway through. I think I was watching the football. She wasn't that interested anyway. So as soon as that came on, she was like, I'm going to go
There's
upstairs.
an excuse to leave.
I'm going to go upstairs.
I'm going. There's actually nothing up there.
Yeah.
She
But I'd rather that.
just sat in a dark room and just watched the Grinch.
Yeah, I went into Tesco the day after, and I had been in on Halloween day on the 31st. All pumpkins, all sweets, ready for Halloween, prep yourself up, scary masks, all the good stuff you need for Halloween, right? I go in the next morning, I don't know, we need milk or whatever. You go in all Christmas. I was like, how did you do that in like 4 hours? Like, you must have turned this entire shop around
They were paying
overnight.
people time and a half overnight to get the Christmas crackers out.
November the 1st, Christmas is here straight away.
It's the elves.
Yeah. The elves. You're quite right.
The ghosts moved out.
Yeah, you're quite right.
And the elves moved in.
Yeah.
Duh. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Good old Santa.
So we're not going to be talking about Christmas in this episode, but we'll get there because it is only a few. Oh God, what is it now?
8 weeks away.
Is that
Is it? Yeah. 7 or 8. Yeah.
Just cover your
seven
your
weeks.
phone if you're listening to this and you have an iPhone. Siri, how many weeks until Christmas?
It's 7 weeks and 2 days until then.
Wow.
Oh, I have Australian Siri.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I think I've got Irish.
Yeah, I got Irish.
Just a little taste of home.
I thought one of us had like a roadman or something.
No, that's for Google Maps.
Oh,
right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Can't you get Clarkson on Google Maps?
Yeah, you can get Roger Federer as well. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Roger Federer must be the most unrecognisable celebrity. I can't remember, but I remember hearing him speaking maybe once.
Yeah, no, he's got a very
I
distinct
think I
voice,
would-
very beautiful voice.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful voice.
I think I'd hear him.
That's why he does so much driving.
Yeah.
Just Roger Federer.
Yeah.
It's not
He's like,
driving anyway.
Kieran, it's over the road. We can walk there. Yeah. We're not going to.
Roger's going to lead us.
Feds.
So on that bombshell, what we've got like next week is the 100th episode. I know, like we've got a few ideas floating around about what we're going to do. I think we're going to do something absolutely mental, like move next door. And do it while hitting shots is the current plan. Yeah. But we will see. And thank you 100%, by the way, if you are watching and you have been listening for, well,
all 99.
What is basically
100 weeks.
Just under 2 years. Massive thank you.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel and you're watching this, please do. If you're listening to this, make sure you hit an icon to alert you if you do want to listen to more.
Yeah, and I think also it would be really helpful if you left a 5-star review. So if you're listening on like a podcast provider, an Apple Podcast, a Spotify, a Google Podcast, a Stitcher Smart Radio.
What is that?
Exactly. Leave us a 5-star review and say, God, it's so good.
God, they asked me to do this.
Yeah, you're welcome. Here's my review.
Yeah. Don't do it if you feel if you want to. Like, I don't feel compelled just because we've asked, but please make sure you do.
God, he's so nice.
And also join the Discord, because we've not really plumped the Discord in a while.
We haven't, because the Discord is growing. We're breaking into the kind of like 1,500 member realm, which is scary that there's that many people on there. We promise, this is a solemn promise from us at the Finch Golf Media team and the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, that we will do much more for our Discord next year, 2025, year of the Discord on the podcast. So lots more exclusive content coming for you, hopefully.
Yeah, there you go. Love that.
And we even have episodes ready to go after the 100th episode.
We've got 101 ready, and that's going to be Mr. Richard Shields, who we spoke to over in the United States after doing some filming with him. And last week was Grant. So,
Wow.
we just got like a star-studded lineup.
I mean, we do every week anyway, but you know, when we bring in these...
Well, that's the thing, we don't normally. Like, this is
It's just us idiots.
This is the first time we've been together in, what?
A very long time.
Like, must be a couple of months.
Probably.
I'd say.
Longer,
Just
I'd
because
say.
of the way we've been traveling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Speaking of people coming together,
Oh, wow.
Live in the PGA Tour.
Very good. Now, this has been a ongoing story which has been rumbling down the mountain of golf for about 42 years now. Basically, to have a very quick recap of what's gone on, you had the PGA Tour and you had the European Tour as the two main tours in golf, the height of professionalism within our great game. All of a sudden, LIV come along and say, we've got loads of money from the public investment from Saudi Arabia. We're going to take all your best players, well, what we think are your best players, and we're going to start our own golf tour, our golf league. Fast forward a couple of years down the line, golf is completely fractured, people playing absolutely all over the place. No one really knows what's happening. And it has now been reported that LIV is poised to cough up £1 billion in order to become part of the PGA Tour circuit. And that's following interventions from Jay Monahan, who's the commissioner, but also players like Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods. Now, this is all reports. This is all speculation, which is coming out of Saudi. They've all been meeting there. If it's going to come off, I think it's probably in the final furlong.
Do you think? Wow. It feels like a long journey to get here. But I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm hoping something comes. Like, it's been so long, just get something sorted with it. The biggest thing I think about, though, is like, what does this deal actually mean for pro golf fans?
Hopefully it means that the very best players in the world are going to be coming back together and playing again.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody wants. And you know what? Not only do the fans want it, I actually think the players want it. Everyone invested within the Pro Golf Tours want it as well, because it is no shock, it's no surprise, and it's no secret that the viewership on golf tournaments over the past few years, because of the split, has been going down, 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 down. It has been getting progressively worse every single year, because people want to see the best players playing together, and that has just not been happening. So it's in the best interest of everybody. And the fact is, like, the PGA Tour and Jay Monahan, we all remember the rhetoric about how the LIV Golf Tour was the worst thing in the world. Like, we should never do anything with them. They're just the worst. Like, I can't imagine anything worse than working with these guys. If you work with LIV, like, you're dead to us. You are an absolute disgrace. Hey, PGA Tour, do you want £1 million? Oh, come here, buddy. You old dog.
Not million, billion.
Billion.
You mean
Billion.
Welcome
back. You said $1 million, yeah.
$1 million.
It's slightly more than that.
It's 999 of those extra, in fact.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
And how much are, so say they invest this £1 billion.
Yeah.
How much do they get? Like, what kind of control do they get for their £1 billion investment in the tour?
So, again, it's been reported that they're going to get about 10% of the PGA Tour. So a stake in that. Now, how that actually relates to things like Corn Ferry Tour, DP World Tour, which is the strategic partnership between PGA Tour and DP World Tour, nobody really knows.
Right.
Because this is the thing. This is what's always been the problem with this merger, is you've got one very distinct product in LIV.
Yep.
It's 54 holes. It's a team-based event. Yes, there's individual prize money, but the whole concept is you've got these franchises of teams which they want to sell and which they want to get investment in and all the rest of it. You can agree with it, you can not agree with it, you think it's great, you think it's crap, whatever. That's the format. Now, the PGA Tour is very much 4 rounds, mostly with a cut, you know,
Sometimes.
a relegation kind of system of going down the tour, getting off the tour, people coming in from the DP World Tour. You know, there's a very distinct difference in how these two things are structured. So what the idea is, as far as I'm aware, is that the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour will still remain as kind of separate formats, but be within the same season. Mm-hmm. How the hell that's going to work?
Yeah.
I've absolutely no idea.
Yeah, if they can't even get together, you know, these signature events in a way that makes people want to watch, how on earth are they going to do this completely separate product? Also is within our, you know, the universe of golf is so fractured that it will take someone with an incredible miracle brain to work out how to get it all back together again.
Yeah, it kind of feels at the moment, like you said, it is fractured. I'd go as far as to say it's kind of broken at the moment. So if you imagine somebody and these guys getting together and saying, okay, well, how are we going to glue it together? And they're just going to like try and weld it or super glue it, get a bit of Gorilla Glue. Other strong adhesives are available.
For now.
But
we are looking for adhesive sponsorships though. So if you are an adhesive company and you want to sponsor the Rough Cut Golf podcast, let us know.
Finally. That's where we know we've made it.
Yeah, we'll stick to your product.
Was it Bostik?
Oh, yeah.
Bostik. I always hear about Bostik.
I like Yoo-hoo as well.
Yoo-hoo. That's
Yeah.
a milkshake, isn't it?
That's Yahoo.
That's right.
Isn't that an internet search?
I don't know. And if you run a search engine and want to sponsor a podcast,
If you run a milkshake company that wants to sponsor a podcast, that
now I'll get on
would
board
be,
with that one.
now I'm in.
that would be amazing. Apparently, within this as well, LIV are going to get 2 places on the PJ board. I don't know how many places are on the PJ board. And then also one of those is the post of chairman. So they're going to have a direct influence on how the PGA Tour is kind of run and managed. But I think, as far as I'm aware, like the PIF and what they really want is they just want influence within a sport which is still, despite the last few years, seen as a very clean, very professional, very safe way to kind of advertise and to draw in an audience of golf fans who are generally a little bit more affluent and you know, they have a little bit of a different perspective on their sport than, say, football fans. Not saying that in a bad way, it's just like a different game entirely. So that's what they're after. That looks like what they're going to get. £1 billion to the Public Investment Fund is literally nothing, which is
for them,
terrifying.
Yeah, they'll make it back in a day.
They're like, oh, hold on, just one.
Yeah.
You only want one.
Yeah. We've got like 70 back here.
Has anyone got one on them? Because we could just.
By the time that
cash that?
by the time that 1 billion is left to account, another billion is like coming the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it? I heard a like anecdote about Jeff Bezos when he was. He's not officially the richest man in the world anymore.
I think he still might
be.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was a thing that said if he dropped $100, it would cost him more money to go back and get it than it would to just leave it there.
Yeah. The time to pick it up.
Yeah.
It
He would have made the $100 back in the time it took him to go and pick it up.
Unbelievable.
It's terrifying. Like the amount of money which is just floating around at the moment is incredible, and that's why I think you have players like Rory, you have players like Tiger, who are saying, "Listen, let's get this together because as players, we want to be able to get access to the biggest pot of money in the world."
Yeah.
Like putting politics aside, and we all know the arguments and, you know, the whys, the wherefores, the rights, the wrongs, and everyone's got a strong opinion on this. But as a player, as a professional golfer, ultimately, you're probably not asked where that money is coming from.
Yeah, I mean, some were more vocal than others in regards to that, you know, there was... But then again, you probably saw people that were vocal and didn't like it change their tune slightly when they realised, oh, actually, I would like a slice of that pie.
600 million?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I'll have a little bit of that,
Yeah,
please.
I'll forget all my moral decisions I've made before.
But the thing is, one of the things we've always said about LIV and that I really struggled to get involved with is that I didn't care how much money they were winning. That wasn't the thing that really attached me to it. Yeah. And now I've got a concern of, okay, well, if they're going to come over to the PGA Tour, and I know there's more pedigree, there's history because it's just been around longer. So when someone wins a event that's been played for the last 60 years or however long it's been, you feel that a bit more and you feel that, okay, well, maybe there is a bit more of a I'm happy I've won it. But then if it just does start to turn into a little bit of a, now Rory McIlroy's won the Wells Fargo, probably, well, it's not Wells Fargo anymore. I think it's the Truisset Championship.
Even worse.
But then he's won $8 million doing it. It kind of loses it a bit for me there. It's just okay, well, now it is just for the money again.
So the PGA Tour have also announced a load of changes that are going to come in 2026, which are, in their mind, supposed to make the league more competitive.
Yep.
Supposed to kind of make it a little bit more of a challenge to get in the first place. There's only going to be 100 cards available.
Fewer Monday
qualifiers. All of this stuff is happening. We'll get back to this in a second, but the other thing they've changed is that they've relaxed the rules on slow play. So you can take as long as you want, basically, now and not get fined for it. I don't think,
a weird one.
Yeah, very odd. What that tells me is that the PGA Tour board, who are proposing all these things, which apparently has Rory and Tiger on it, are doing a very good job of protecting their own money, right? Let's make the field smaller so there's fewer challenges for the money that I want to win, right? Let's make it easier for me to make my decisions and play my golf, thereby laxing the time constraint, which obviously makes the game more boring. But it comes back to the same thing that you just said, which is, as fans watching golf, we don't care how much money you're winning. The reason that some people argue against LIV is that, like, they announce on the thing, this putt for $4 million. You're like, I don't care how much it's for, right? I want to be excited by the golf, and fans are not excited by how much money you're winning. We are excited by the prestige, the story, the comeback, the underdog. We don't care that, this millionaire won more millions. We care that they fought to go and win a tournament. That means something. And that's why the changes that the PGA Tour are making for 2026 and kind of LIV's entire game plan doesn't make sense for fans watching, because we don't care about the money. Only they do. Only the players care about how much money they're winning.
I mean, it's with limited fields and with reducing everything, the access to those tours for more and more players is going to become less and less, because everybody's going to want to get into golf because, of what is available. As a professional golfer now, there's never been a better point as far as the money available. That's on every single tour. So if you're restricting the supply of new players coming through, like I said, I don't think that's a great thing.
Yeah, but we lose those stories that you get every year about this guy who's been a journeyman golfer that's come through.
The PGA's argument would be, what it's going to do is get the very best players on the tour. Because, yes, it's going to be a little bit safer for the very best players, but also it's going to bring out the best qualifiers. So the very best new golfers are going to be getting on the tour, and you're going to still be able to drop out if you're not performing. It's going to be even harder to get back on. So that's the argument from the other side. But it does feel like they're closing up shop a little.
I wonder if we have a separate podcast at some point where we talk about what our perfect golf league would be, because I would argue that the reason that they want to keep these big players in the tournaments, they say, is that so you can come on any day of the tournament and still see the big boys. So the big boys haven't been cut from the tournament. You can still go and watch Rory. But, like, in reality, if Rory's not playing well, am I going to get up at 5 a.m. and go and watch him play the first group when he's shot 80, 81, 81, 81? No, I don't care. He's out, What I actually care about is the story of the guy who qualified, or of the guy who, had this great, the Tiger comebacks. It's just annoying that tours focus and the news focuses so much on the money, when in fact it doesn't mean anything to them realistically. It means very little to us, because all that's happening is it's making it more expensive for us to go and watch it, and less meaningful when someone does win.
Yeah. The changes I'm more interested in is how LIV Golf is going to be implemented into the PGA Tour, so to speak. The team element has been the thing they've pushed for the whole time that it's been around. So how does that fit in? How are they going to work that out? If they do fit that in, or are they, is it just this? Is it more just about getting their investment in, and now they're happy and they don't necessarily want to see those changes? going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Do they have like team week where this week you're playing for your TGL team or you're playing for your LIV team, and then we have 3 weeks of individual play, or this is why I think it would be interesting to do a podcast on what our perfect tour would look like. I'd have a shot clock. I'd have all the stuff that would make the game more exciting to watch.
You're saying so the PGA Tour are introducing that they're going to reduce or like drop the reins a bit on slow play.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So who does that help? It doesn't help us fans because it gets more boring and slower.
I'm just find that interesting because am I right in thinking that Patrick Cantlay is now on the board? Didn't he like?
And Brian Harmon.
It was because I'm fairly sure Rory tried to get back on, didn't he? And Cantlay said no, and now Patrick Cantlay's on the board, and we're getting slow play now. Okay.
Yeah, but think about who it benefits. It benefits the players, right? To have more time to think about their shot is great for them. It's not great for people watching.
I got to be honest. I mean, when was the last time a PGA Tour player was actually fined or penalised for slow play? Can no one actually remember? No. It's probably been dropped off because it's not enforced anyway.
Yeah, but that's what they need to enforce it so that the game. This is the other thing, is that if you have to come back on a Monday and finish your round from Sunday because everyone played too bloody slowly, that is a major problem, particularly for viewing the tournament. I've got work. I've got to come in and edit. I can't watch the rest of the tournament.
This is their work.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, just few.
I honestly don't think it. I don't think that will
nothing's
make any
changed. Nothing changes.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing. The players get more security to make more money every week. They get fewer challenges. It'll be interesting to see how LIV integrates.
I think probably my thought on it would be that the times of year that really are dead time at the moment. So things like the fall series, nobody really watches those at the moment. So you could have a period like within the season, which is a month or 2 months, where the teams take over, and then you're back to like your normal events. But what it will mean is more golf.
Yeah, which is not always a good thing at times, I don't think, as well. Like, I think that one thing we've experienced from the last sort of like couple of years of obviously LIV being involved is that we've got more and more golf, which is great, obviously, if you watch it, but like, who's got time to watch any of that stuff?
Yeah.
It's just like, that's why, back in the day, we talk about the Wells Fargo, you talk about the Zurich Classic. Like, I remember those tournaments used to be like, they used to mean something because it always used to be, it used to be cool. Like, same with the European Tour. Like, there were so many events that just meant something, whereas now they've kind of dropped off. And the only things that really actually mean anything in this day is just the majors. And maybe like a Players or a Bay Hill.
Olympics potentially.
Potentially, yeah, Ryder Cup. Obviously, those things stick because what we spoke about there, what you guys are speaking about there, is obviously with the fact that they mean something because they actually have history behind it. So it's just finding that way. In this day and age, it's very hard because some people just don't care about, like, new people coming into the golf probably don't understand and don't care about that sort of historic side of the fact that the Wells Fargo's been around for ages, the fact that the BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth is one of the longest standing DP World Tour. They don't understand that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like developing something where we can. Well, this is what I think is that like they should just shrink everything. I don't think the field should be
shrink the game.
I just think that it should just be like I love it when there's a big field, like you say, you get your stories, your Monday qualifiers, and I love that sort of stuff. But just reduce it so that there's we can all have time to watch it. And, because at the moment we're deciding between LIV, we're deciding between DP World Tour, we're deciding between the PGA Tour, and it's like, what do you do?
Maybe the ones,
and then obviously you've got YouTube involved in that as well. Like, it's a lot.
Just watch YouTube.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's
simple answer. Just watch YouTube.
It's crazy.
Maybe the answer is to get rid of everything that isn't a signature event and just have those and focus on making those good.
I mean, that's probably where it will end up going.
Right.
But there's going to be so many like professional. Again, the biggest losers in this from the outset looks like it will be DP World Tour.
Yeah.
Because if you are public investment fund sticking cash into the PGA Tour is a US-based entity. And one of the good things about LIV, and I think this is pretty much universally accepted, at least they were going out to Australia. They were going to coming to the UK. They were going to places where Greg Norman, because he wants this world golf tour, the PGA Tour just doesn't go.
Yeah.
And you saw like in Adelaide, you saw in Australia how the fans really turned out. They really engaged with it. You saw it at JCB, you know, big crowd, big engagement, and actually enjoying the golf.
Yeah. And I think that that's something that is like a little bit positive from me in terms of thinking like the fact that there's going to be 2 LIV guys on the PGA Tour board. I think that what LIV is very, very good at is sort of gentrifying the game. Is that the right word? Where like it's becoming
the opposite of what you're gentrifying would be like making it
like as in making it like more
accessible.
Yeah, making it more accessible. Yeah. To like
more normal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like fun. In terms of obviously we saw that thing in Adelaide that obviously like they've got their party hall similar to the TPC Scottsdale, but I think that they're very good at making it accessible for everyone. So I think that could be something that PGA Tour
and the ticket prices are much more
ticket
affordable.
Prices, and also like they're I think they're PGA Tour's Instagram is brilliant and DPR Tour's fantastic, but like they're also very good at that as well. So like all those sorts of things that they can help on. I think that for the PGA Tour,
maybe they just need some younger people like to run the PGA Tour who aren't just ancient dinosaurs who think that TV still rules. Like it just.
The problem is with. I mean, TV and sport, is the only thing that people still watch on TV. Live sport is the only thing, realistically.
And Bake Off, I don't know about that. Watching Bake Off.
Strictly. And
MasterChef Professionals.
It is back on. I did see.
Is it back?
MasterChef Professionals on, yeah.
Big breaking news. MasterChef Professionals is back on BBC iPlayer. I will be watching that later on as I order a takeaway.
House of Games.
So
Richard Osman.
Yeah.
We don't know. The thing is, we don't know what the format will be. We don't really know what the Public Investment Fund end goal is. Like we don't really understand it, but I still don't know how it will work.
Yeah.
But anyway, and like I said, I do feel like it will be more centered on the US. But talking about USA.
See, I was going to do.
Yeah, sorry. It's a pretty easy segue, if I'm being honest with you.
You can have that one.
Thank you. We've just come back. So we were filming for pretty much 2 weeks. Did a lot of stuff.
You might notice that the 3 people sat on that side of the table who went to the US for the 2-week period look a little tired. And that would be because they worked 12, 14-hour days for the entire 2 weeks.
You played a lot of golf.
Your hand's hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you worked out how many like rounds you played?
So
because there was some 36 hole days. There was maybe even some more.
Honestly,
hole
I
days.
don't know. It's been a long time since I played that much golf in such a condensed period of time.
I'm sorry. I'm just hearing as I'm saying these things that how much golf did you play?
Sorry, I just played some of the best courses in the world. It was just so difficult.
It was really tough.
Yeah.
Right. People just don't understand how hard work.
Tell us how shite the weather was as well.
It was so hot every day.
That sunshine. I had to wear sun cream every single day.
I had to keep washing my pair of shorts because I just had to wear them over and over again.
And was the food and accommodation terrible as well?
Didn't look
really
after
strong.
us.
Complain about the Airbnb. Go
The
on.
amount of 3-course meals we had to eat.
Yeah. I had to
God,
chew
it's
my
terrible.
Wagyu beef like 4 times before I could swallow it. It was just like,
Unbelievable.
yeah. Lobster tail was not great. Just,
So, like I say, it was a bit of a
Yeah,
struggle.
it was very good. But like, would you say that this was like the best content we've done?
I would say within a week, yeah. Because it's hard to be able to get all these people. So we had obviously myself, we had Fat Perez, we had Grant Horvat, we had Rick, we had the Brian Bros, all in one place.
Yeah.
On one course at Salina, so the Brian Bros golf course, for a full week. We filmed 4 videos.
At Selena, yeah.
I know Rick filmed 4 as well. I think Grant filmed 2. Brian Bros filmed 1 major video, which is a skins match for $100,000, which is coming very soon. And Fat Perez was just there for vibes. So, like, we managed to get an incredibly condensed amount of content done. And I'm pretty sure in saying that every single video which is coming from that week just absolutely slaps. Although I have been in the US, so they've been saying that a lot.
Yeah,
that slaps.
God, I don't know who you are anymore.
Yeah, that slaps. I'm not sure it's going to carry on in my vocabulary, to be honest.
I think it's like what really excites me about this sort of stuff is that you've kind of, if you could amalgamate all the different types of like different contents, like people in terms of like different audiences, you've brought all of them together in one space. So especially for that skins match, like that's going to be big.
Yeah, I think. Big. I mean, we're going to have. I think out of that video, I think we've got 3 of our biggest videos of the year.
Do you want to tell the people what we did?
Yeah. So we got a 1v1v1 with myself, Rick, and Grant, which I think will be great.
Amazing.
18 holes.
Fire. Yeah.
Really, really good golf in there. Had a break 50 with the Bryan Bros.
Yeah.
Which really you need to watch. And then we had a 18-hole match with Fat Perez as well.
We did.
And then we did a scratch golfer episode on our Todd, which was actually surprisingly really good.
Yeah.
It was actually a really good video. That was at the end of the week, but I think it might be the first one we released, and I was flagging a little bit.
I was going to say that you are probably walking the line between knowing the course and your game really well because you've been playing a lot and getting so tired that you can't execute what you need to.
You were not in a good way that day. That was the start of the acid reflux kicking in, and honestly,
I've been dodgy for the last 2 weeks now.
Those edits are going to be
sound
interesting.
Edit's going to be a tough one.
I think whoever edits the Gabby one, the Gabby match is bad. That Gabby one is really, really bad.
Which leads us on to where we went after Selena. We weren't just there. We went to Kiowa Island, which was immediately into my top 5 golf courses.
Wow.
The ocean course was unbelievable.
Really?
Just a really weird place in the best kind of way.
Yeah.
So it's an island, obviously.
No.
But you've got one
breaking news.
You've got one road in, one road out, I think. I'm pretty sure inside.
Yeah.
So you've got to go through like checkpoints and all the rest of it. It's a very exclusive place.
The island in general.
Oh, you drive past some of the houses for 5 minutes.
It was so difficult.
Rough.
It was difficult looking at those houses.
Yeah.
Because no one's in them.
Yeah.
Being unused.
Honestly, they're just like portfolio properties.
Oh, excellent.
It's like, I'll buy this 5 million mansion and let it accumulate some wealth over the next 10 years and then sell it on.
Why do they talk like that?
Because they all talk like that.
Right, okay,
Despite being born in America, they all talk like that.
They've got
aristocratic British
they've got
people.
so much money they've turned into old money British. It's unbelievable.
Oh, God.
And it's the vibe and the feeling of the place was different because it's an odd place where you go and you know that everyone there is just mega wealthy. So you straight away you feel a little bit out of place.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm normal.
Yeah. And then you've got, cameras out, you're filming everything. But I must admit, I struggle to think of a friendlier place.
Yeah.
That we filmed at.
Yeah.
Honestly,
True.
everyone was unreal.
Because see, that's the great thing about that surprise is that in those exclusive places, you would normally expect it to be a little bit steely, and for them to be like, oh, you kind of like common British people are here to come and film our wonderful golf course. Oh, please don't get my car on camera, like that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Was it the complete reverse of that?
Complete
Everyone
opposite.
was lovely.
And I mean, we said it multiple times. Oh, everyone was so nice. And the same phrase that came back to us was, "Oh, that's that Southern hospitality."
Southern hospitality.
That's Southern hospitality, and it played true. It was. Everyone was so nice. Everyone looked after us. Kiowa, like say, it was its own bubble. Like it was its own sort of dome that you sort of just went into, and then you kind of felt completely, away from everywhere else. Even where we were staying was unbelievable.
Honestly.
We were trying to think of if we've stayed in any better location over a magnitude, like the location of where it was, the quality of the place we were staying in, the amenities that came with it, how well we were looked after, all of these things. Like I don't think anywhere we've been has been topped. It was,
So to put you in the frame of where we were staying in a cottage, which was the most unrealistic description of a place I've ever heard in my life. We were staying in a small mansion, which was on the side of the driving range at the ocean course. So on the porch outside, or the veranda, we were looking out onto the range and onto the ocean. It was like 100 meters away. And you look to our left, there's the front nine, look to our right, there's the clubhouse in the 18th green. Mm-hmm. All within
we could throw a ball to it.
Wow.
It was a half a swing with a 60 degree.
And you woke up in the morning,
if that.
The sun rose on the left of the course, and in the evening it set on the right of the course. It was honestly, and the cottage as well was so nice. Apart from the pillows, had a bit of an issue with them.
big pillows.
Like
What?
That's a you though. You don't like big pillows.
I don't think I'm alone. I mean, I'm always put off instantly because this is a modern thing. I don't think this ever existed in the
Phenomenon.
past. Where you go in and you have this beautiful bed, and it was massive. It was like a super king. But
That's where it had to be. I had to fit all three of you.
No. On the bed, there was about 24 pillows.
Why?
Like all backed up and
Decorative.
rows.
It's so stupid.
I mean, it's good, but the first thing you do is like throw them
They
all
got
off.
to like halfway down the bed.
Honestly, it was. I've never seen so many pillows on a bed in all my life. So you're fighting through them to get to the bed, the backboard, whatever it's called, headboard.
and then none of them were acceptable.
No, because they're all massive. And I'm not a massive pillow guy, so I got a pillow from the seat outside.
Yeah, I always do that.
And
I always do. I need hard, and they're always way too soft. So I need like thick.
I made like a pillow fort. I had like a.
You could do.
I kind of like sort of cocooned myself in pillow, and then I just sort of rolled over onto another pillow. I was like, oh, there we go.
And there were 4 bedrooms in this house as well. If there was a flood, we could have like barricaded the entire cottage.
You'd have mopped it up with all the pillows.
Honestly, unbelievable. But that was my only issue because they brought us breakfast every morning.
No.
Yeah.
To the cottage.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know about. So I didn't know this was happening.
So you'd bought food for the house.
No.
Oh, well, that's another point.
Oh, there was cheese. There's a lot of cheese in the house.
There was a plate in the fridge that Kieran pulled out within 30 seconds of arriving that
Standard.
had fruit,
Personal
crackers,
standard, Kieran.
cheese. There was wine in the fridge. There was beers.
The best way I can describe Kieran's reaction was like a rabid raccoon. I've never seen anything like it.
He's not eating all morning.
you're right.
It was covered in like cling film, and he ate his way through.
I
the
would go
cling film.
further than that and say that he was a rabid raccoon, but also preparing to hibernate by like putting bits in his cheeks or like keeping some for later, just to make sure he had more cheese.
Hiding it under his 15 pillows to eat later.
So funny.
We came back from a 3-course meal and he pulled the cheese plate out.
That was good though. And then in the mornings, like I just heard a knock on the door, and this lovely lady was like, "Oh, I'm here to bring you breakfast." And, that's unexpected. Thank you. So she brings through these plates with these cloches on, and it's like a southern breakfast. It's fresh orange, and got the coffee machine in there already. So you wait it on the veranda as the sun comes up. It was honestly just.
We have it tough.
It was super special.
Yeah.
It was super special.
The one only thing that we didn't get to do, which we all said we'd like to do, is they'd left us rented bikes on the porch, and it would have been so nice to have like cycled around. Because I mean, America in a whole, like depending on which state you're in, but we had a couple of views when we were raised up and stuff, and we were driving through South Carolina. It's as flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
It would have been the easiest place to cycle.
Honestly, it's so flat.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, that we could have taken them to go watch the dolphins.
Yeah.
Because we went to watch some dolphins.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was the most American thing I've ever seen in my life. So we're out in this little inlet. It wasn't a river. It was like the ocean inlet.
Yeah.
But it looked like a river. Anyway, so we're going
I think
down
they
this...
still called it the river though, but it wasn't.
So the banks.
Yeah, anyway.
So we're going down this
Outer
river.
Banks.
Outer Banks. Going down this river, and we're going to watch these dolphins, and he takes us to these dolphins. And I swear to God, this is not a lie. The dolphins were, I think they call it breach fishing, where they force fish against the shore, make them flip out, and then they can just eat them off the beach. So they go onto the beach
circle and then like splash them out onto the surface.
Anyway, they're doing that. But on the beach, waiting with 2 bald eagles.
Yeah.
The most American picture.
And then a flyby came over.
Yeah, some choppers came over.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Fortunate Son started playing.
So and that
Lord.
and that was like on the was that on the morning of Kira, or was that on the Oak?
No, that was the Oak Point morning.
Oak Point, yeah, which was the apparently like the lesser of the courses, but it was fantastic.
Wow.
The whole thing. I can't say too many good things about it. Like what that whole trip would have cost, I have absolutely no idea.
Dread to think.
Like on the second night, the food. What is the ocean room?
Ocean room, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, don't. I'm done now. Should we talk about the next thing?
Do you want to know about the ocean room?
No,
Yeah.
we're not finished yet.
We should tell you about the ocean room.
I had a pot noodle while you were away.
I got pot noodle today. I'm really excited about it. We got it honestly. So they booked us this table in the ocean room. So it was us 3. It was Gabby Golf Girl and her dad Ron. That's not a surname, by the way. We were
Should be.
Her dad, Ron.
Gabby
her dad, Ron.
Ron Golf Girl.
and we were booked into this ocean room, and we got like a note saying, "Oh, there's a dress code."
Sugar.
Strict attire.
Oh my
attire.
God. I forgot to bring this up to you. Do you know when you went to, oh my God, where were you? Where you couldn't go into the restaurant because you didn't bring shirts.
Oh, that was in
That was
La Finca.
Finca, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time we go on a trip now, Lauren goes, "You do not want to not get in. Take a shirt." I have had a shirt in my suitcase for every trip I've ever been on because of this situation right here.
Yeah, we didn't do that. So
I bought 2 shirts.
yeah, you
very
brought 2
good.
shirts. I brought 1 shirt, which I can't remember bringing. But we were like,
No, I didn't.
No shirt. Any trousers? Did you bring any trousers?
I did one pair. Yeah.
we were like, so I phoned up the restaurant and I was like, listen, you've got a strict dress policy. It's basically shirt, like smart trousers, like no sandals, obviously, but it's kind of like, this is what we got. We basically got a shirt, we've got jeans.
Yeah.
Is that the first time in about 20 years I've had to ask if it's okay to wear jeans?
Yeah.
And then they said, okay, sir, that's absolutely fine. So anyway, they took us through Southern hospitality. And this food, we had 2 courses, didn't we?
We did.
We didn't make it to the desserts. I think my bison. That's right. My bison was, I think it was $85.
Yeah.
I think the lobster mac and cheese I had was $25.
Yep.
I think the cocktail was like $25.
Yeah, I think my ribeye was 85.
Yeah.
My beef tartare starter was 70 something.
Yeah.
And then I had a little bit of Ron's caviar, which was
Obviously.
120.
120 for caviar, which is still a complete bloody mystery to me, by the way. How?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so expensive. But because we were fully comped on the food, but you're in a really awkward situation, and this is something which happens every now and again, where you go to a place and it's so expensive, and you look at the menu and you're like, the food's fully comped. What should we do?
Do we
Order the caviar?
Do we rip it to shreds because
Yeah.
we're not going to get this opportunity again?
Yeah, do I order 2 mains just because we can?
I just want to taste it.
And it's like, I just can't. Like, one of the steaks was over $100. It's like $120 or something.
That would have been a very influencer thing to do, is to order all the mains, photograph them
Picture
for
and then
Instagram,
never eat 'em.
A little bit,
Yeah.
F off.
Box them up, please.
Yeah, you take them away.
Should have done that, shouldn't we?
It was kind of like felt way out of my comfort
Yeah,
zone.
yeah.
Like,
One of those where you could have sort of just put your hands to you could have tied your hands behind your back and they would have done everything for
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, may as well. If I
Feed
asked
me.
for it, they would have done it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would. But
You
it was
liquefy
so
this. I
good.
want to drink it.
It was just different. And that was in the Sanctuary Hotel, which is like the most plush, sumptuous hotel like you're ever going to stay. The whole experience, if you do have the cash and you want to go there, oh my God, just do it. It's so good.
I don't agree. If you have the cash, solve world hunger instead, because that's how much it probably costs.
No,
Can
no,
we-
go there, eat, and think about solving world hunger.
You'd be like, oh, I wish I could share all this.
You're probably in the room with people who can afford to stop it.
Yeah.
So have a chat to them.
Can we talk about something like not as good we did away? I've got this sort of like secondhand guilt of just talking about nice things all the time.
I mean,
What went wrong?
Yeah, what went wrong? Where did we stay anywhere that was? We didn't really, did we?
well, we stayed at that one place just outside Charlotte for that. Not Charlotte.
Yeah, that was.
What was it? Charleston, which was all right.
I'm actually having to think about. Oh yeah.
The room was massive, but it was a bit old,
Yeah.
and that was about it. Took me to a really loud karaoke bar.
Yeah, well, you went with Aaron from St. Andre.
Sailed Drew Golf.
Yeah, we can say we experienced Halloween in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it's such a big thing over there.
Oh,
The extent that they went to dress up, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the karaoke bar was amazing. What's it called? The Black Horse?
yeah.
And it was
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. It was an underground club which had a live band, and you sang along with the live band. And it was brilliant.
Do we have any of that in England?
Yes,
Like,
we do.
We do.
It's called Bandioki here.
Yeah, but I mean, like in Manchester, is there a place?
Guarantee there is.
Do you?
Yeah, gotta be. If there's not, coming soon.
Yeah.
There you go.
that's-
And offshoots of Finch
Whole
Golf
of the
Media
market
coming
is-
Because
soon.
that was so good. That's the first time I've ever experienced karaoke with a live band.
They do it at the Roadhouse in London.
Though, could you say that just going to see a band is live karaoke? I don't
Just
know.
singing along.
Yeah.
Maybe. Less embarrassing.
No,
No, I don't think so.
don't think so.
No.
Okay. I don't know. You're watching the lead singer do karaoke.
Yeah, but if it's a song that they wrote, then it's a bit different.
Yeah,
like
I
if
don't know.
not every band
Oh,
plays Mr. Brightside every night.
Really
That's
good
true.
karaoke. Killers do. And I think, I mean, to round this all up in a nice way, and so people don't hate us too much, we got amazing content. I think this is something you're going to see more of going forward.
Just remember, we did this for you, okay?
This is
We struggled for you.
this is all for you guys.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I'll do it because I know that you guys will enjoy the content.
Carly was fuming. I phoned her, and she'd had a bit of a rough day, and I was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Yeah, I'm fine." So we were just on video call.
Yeah.
And I was like on the veranda watching the sunset.
Don't turn the phone around.
Watching the sunrise. And she was like, "Oh, all right, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just sat outside, I'm just talking to you." He said, "All right, where are you at?" I said, "Oh, just at the golf club." He said, "All right, can I have a look?" And I was like,
No.
so I flipped it around. Yeah. She wasn't impressed. But I'm sure she was happy for me.
Is
Like,
that
deep
champagne
down.
in your hand? It is.
Oh, it's 8 a.m. What other breakfast drink is
Having a mimosa.
Anyway, so that was great. And we were very, very lucky. The content of that is coming soon. I think the first video is out this week, actually.
Yeah.
Fat Perez, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Which is
Tomorrow.
which is an iconic pairing and an iconic match that I had a great deal of fun editing, and I imagine that lots of people will watch.
Yeah.
Shall-
He was a cool guy. Very cool guy.
Shall we talk about something that not very many people will watch?
Good.
Wow.
We're getting
Fantastic
better at these segues. I feel like it went off for a little bit, but we're coming back.
I need everyone here. That's the thing.
So we've been talking, obviously, within this podcast, but also recently about where people are watching golf, how you're consuming your golf entertainment. We're obviously pretty bullish on YouTube and like the whole creator concept and what we're doing and what other people are doing. We're very much on board, obviously. We can be a little bit, glass house thinking at times, sometimes, just believing that this is the best thing. But I think the numbers generally back up that most people are watching their golf entertainment on YouTube. But there is a series which is on, I think, TNT, which is The Match. Now, there have been a few of these going around. You've had Tiger and Phil, which is the Tom Brady one, which was kind of a while ago. It seems like
Steph
a long
Curry
time
did
ago
one,
now, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
And they've been going for, I think there have been 9 iterations so far.
Oh, really?
Wow.
But the last one with Rory, I think it was Lexi, it was Roseanne.
Yeah, and Max
yeah.
Homer
And Max
at the
Homer.
park, yeah.
It didn't go down great. It didn't go down great. I think there was maybe about 2 million people overall who watched that, which for a big telecast like that and for a set piece event is pretty low as it goes out,
Yeah.
across America, but also kind of globally as well. Now on the 21st and 22nd, we have The Match, Superstars,
I like it when they put a colon.
which is the latest installment. There's no pro golfers in there.
Yeah.
There's no YouTubers. It's just an amassed ensemble of celebrities.
Yeah, which there are names I know, though
Yeah.
you could imagine that some people certainly would only recognize maybe 1 or 2 people on that list. One of them, unfortunately, I'm really sorry, Nate. I don't know who you are. Nate
Bargatze. He's a comedian.
Okay.
American comedian.
So we have Bill Murray,
Yeah.
obviously.
Heard of him.
It's a golf
event
thing without
Yep.
pro. So Bill Murray, Mark Wahlberg,
Marky Mark.
Charles Barkley, Wayne Gretzky, who's
Yeah.
The great one.
an ice skater, I believe. Michael Phelps,
speed skater. Yeah.
Bargatze, Ken Griffey Jr., who's baseball,
Yeah.
and Blake Griffin, who's basketball.
And a stand-up comedian now, apparently.
So they've got covered all the sports here, American-wise. It's due to take place at the Breakers in West Palm Beach, which I actually heard is very nice. But we've not been there. I'm not sure.
Does anyone actually watch the Match series?
Well, I think we're like 0 for 4 here. None of us have watched it, right?
No, the last one I watched was the Tom Brady one.
Yeah.
And they've been so uncompelling since. They've just not bothered.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to do, and this has been reported pretty much everywhere, that you look at what's happening within golf. We've already spoken about this. Viewing figures for professional golf generally going down, unless it's those big events, unless Tiger's playing, unless there's some kind of factor which will engage people to watch. They're seeing what's happening on YouTube, which is not professional golf driven. It's more personalities. It's people playing with each other, and it's more of an entertainment play. So they're looking at this saying, okay, so what can we do to get an entertaining match on the TV over a couple of days, which is going to draw in loads of people? So they've got a whole spectrum of different golfers here from across sports, across entertainment, and they're putting them together in pairs and they're playing against each other over 2 days.
Oh my God, it's a 2-day event.
It's a 2 day.
event, yeah.
I don't mind an evening. Do not make me watch 2 days of it.
It's just, I mean, I've nothing against any of these people, and I've nothing against the concept as a whole, but this is just, it just doesn't do anything. Like, what is this going to do? Like, is anyone actually going to be interested in watching this? Bill Murray, I've met, super nice guy, left me a bottle of cognac. No complaints about the man at all. Mark Wahlberg, mega keen on golf. Charles Barkley, who's been involved in a lot of these, by the way, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky, I don't know. Like I said, he skates around. Michael Phelps beat me in the whoop closest to the pin competition. He's the worst person in the world. Nate Bargatze, I've no idea. Ken Griffey Jr., Blake Griffin, I've no idea. I'm not like that up to date with American sports. And again, this is very American. This is
That's what I was going to say. It's very American. Like, 'cause the next one they've got coming up, I'm very, very excited for.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the point.
What's that one?
That's the Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau versus Rory and Scheffler.
See that?
That is mega.
I
box
don't
office.
think that's the match. I think that's something different. That's a different organisation
Oh,
bringing that
is
together.
it?
Ooh.
I think. Don't quote me on it. But it's not called the match. It's called like the battle or I don't know.
Yeah, not sure.
A face-off.
I thought it was the
Face-off.
match, but that one will be epic.
But and that's the point. I think, like you say, I feel like seen the YouTube setup, how things work, and really this is kind of what we do in a sense, in that you put a match out where you have two personalities playing against each other, and the things that make it an attraction is either two worlds clashing that you never really thought you'd see in a video. Even you take the Bryson versus Trump thing. The thing about that is just so unexpected. So, oh my goodness, like I never realized he was going to ever be in a YouTube video. And if I feel like they could do something like that with this, that I think they need to just kind of twist it up a little bit more, maybe bring, say US, UK kind of side of things, something a little bit more than just sort of piling these guys together, which probably play golf every other week together, because they do, and they go and play in these pro-ams and they go do this and the other. There's no grab. There's nothing that's compelling enough like the Rory one. Like, there is this kind of, probably not beef, because they all probably live, they live 2 streets down from each other and all this, but there, to the fan, to the person, there is this PGA Tour LIV divide that's going to be played out on 18 holes, and there is a little bit more of an attachment to it.
Yeah, and a story within a story of like Brooks and Bryson teaming up together.
Yeah.
It's like, those sorts of things. It's just that they're probably the four, you could argue, like the four biggest pools in world golf at the moment, realistically. So it's like, it's
And you remember the original one of like Tiger and Phil?
yeah, and that done really well though.
And it was an original kind of
smashed it.
concept. Well, not an original concept, because like match play matches on TV used to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like Shell's Wonderful World of Golf, other oil providers are available. But you had this concept of just one-on-one match play for a prize, televise it, go watch, you'll have a great time. And it worked. But I think in this format, things have moved on.
Yeah.
Like they said, no one's going to really want to watch this for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
I've just looked it up. It is the Scheffler, that match is being broadcast in the United States by TNT.
All right,
But
so-
I don't think it's part of the official, like it's not the match
It's
series.
not being
I
dubbed
think
the match.
officially the match was the Tiger versus Phil ones. And now it kind of has just evolved.
So does this have a name? Or
It
is
doesn't, it doesn't look
it's
like
just-
it has a name currently.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's just, I don't know, it's just a bit weird. I don't see how it's going to be that engaging for that many people. Obviously, please let us know. Like, would you be watching this? Would this be something which makes you spend time over 2 days and reserving that time that you could be doing other things to watch? An ice skater, someone who's on frozen water, someone who's in water,
Yeah.
somebody who drinks water,
Yeah. Someone who's
someone who's been in films with water,
correct.
Bill Murray who doesn't drink water. as far as what I've seen.
Can Bill Murray get through 2 days of golf?
I imagine
He's getting
so,
on
yeah.
a bit now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, but he's got that Bill Murray energy, hasn't he?
Right, I got you.
He's just ageless.
What do they do? What is there a way to save this, or is it something they just need to?
Yeah, sack it
I
off.
think it's just it does have the feeling that they're throwing a lot of stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Oh, we're doing hand raising now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to point you like yes, Michael, you can talk. Yes.
TNT, give us the money.
Oh,
We'll do the match instead, and we'll do Peter Finch, Rick Shields, Matt Fryer, and Andy Carter 2 days of match play golf broadcast live on the Peter Finch Golf Channel.
How many views did you say? how many views did you say that the last one had?
So the last one had 2. Let me
2 million.
Let me look it up. It might be
Interesting.
Might be 2.
Do you think they could like? We spoke about this as kind of the YouTube model of playing people against each other. Do you think maybe they could go down more of a route of creating different things, so they're not just matches, but they do like I don't want to use the break 50 as an example, but like those kind of things. Like instead of it just being always like match play things, they have some kind of.
You know what, guys?
Didn't they try to do that?
Yeah.
Didn't they have like a close to the pin and then you had to run?
Yes,
and then
that was the F1 one with like Lando and.
Really dumb. That.
I have completely overestimated this.
Oh really?
So Tiger, Phil, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning was 6.3.
Right.
Good.
Initial numbers for the Monday, the match, which was the Rory, Rosang, and all the rest of it. That was 511,000 viewers.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we could get the money and just put another you versus Rick out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'd beat that.
Honestly, if you run a TV production company, let's do a deal. We'll do a much better job than that.
Oh my God, that absolutely stinks.
Yeah, that's horse.
That really stinks. But the previous one, which was Mahomes, Kelsey, Clay Steph,
Thompson.
so you had
yeah.
NFL versus NBA, was 782,000. That was in June 2023, which again is, it kind of sucks, doesn't it? Like, that does not slap. The big advantage is it does raise a lot of money for charity. So 41 million for charity,
okay.
which is incredible.
Yeah, I think
that
we'd do well to beat that on match donations in the comments.
That does have to be stated. But as far as like a product to watch, it's just not worth it.
Not doing it, is it?
Can I also make a plea to the YouTube creators of the world to stop calling your videos the match? Right? Everyone does this. I hate it. I want to be the.
Fat Perez is going to be called the match.
Oh, it's not. It definitely is not.
It's going to be called the super duper match. Like the most watchable match.
I think it's so
in history.
silly. Like
thumbnail, the match.
You see, like I don't want to belittle the channels that are starting to make YouTube golf now because some of them are doing a really, really good job. But if you've got 1,500 subscribers and you're calling your videos the match and it's you versus the local assistant pro around 9 holes of par 3, like it's just like, don't call it the match, because when I search for the match I want to find the match, not your match.
But if you find them, surely that's working.
Yeah, but it's just,
Would you like them to call it a match?
I'd like, that would. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Guys, if you're watching this, just call everything the match. Let's flood the YouTube
So
algorithm.
annoying.
It's
with
never going to
the
end.
match.
No, yeah.
The match will never die.
The match
God's
is
sake.
forever. Right, talking about things which go on forever.
We've killed it today. I say we. I'm
That
taking.
was a good one.
It is now time for Guess the Player. Play the intro.
Oh my.
Hello and welcome back to the 2024 Rough Cut Open, the game where your knowledge of golf history is more important than your ability to actually hit the ball. How the game works. At the end of each episode, I describe the life and career of a famous golfer, and after each clue, these accomplished professionals write down who they think it is. However many hints it takes them to get home is how many shots they took on that hole. So, if you get a par 5 after just 4 clues, you would finish that hole in 1 under par. Here are the current standings. Let's rejoin the action as the players tee off. Okay, so welcome back. We are about to play probably
A bit of GTP.
a bit of GTP, but this was the longest rain delay in history. Maybe we can get this on Wikipedia potentially. We'll start a Wikipedia for the Rough Cut Golf podcast.
The length it's taken, this was basically a pandemic delay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're having to come back 6 months later to finish the round. Okay, we're playing a par 4 today.
Just trying to think of what the description would be like. Guess the player is a... Well, we can't put weekly because it is a monthly
God's
played.
sake.
Anyway.
You're playing a par 4 today. Short. How far do you hit your driver?
360 yards right now.
So there's water between like 300 and 340.
Oof.
Right? So it's
got a
probably
Got a layup.
Yes, probably a layup.
Same.
Shot number 1. I actually can't remember how to do this game. Shot number 1. Today's player has 1 major win. Today's player has 1 major win.
That's a lot of players. That's a lot of players. Just the one.
Yep.
Interesting.
And you are currently playing against Thomas Koenig from the Discord from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello, Thomas.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Thomas. Hello.
You got to say it backwards. See, now it really is the problem of... You were saying this before, but I can't remember who we've had.
We've had some people.
We've had a lot.
I think new golfers have been born and got on tour between the time we started this.
You're quite right. Get a name down.
I'm writing a name.
Shot number 2. This player won the 2009 Lee Valley Senior Scratch Cup. This player won the 2009 Lee Valley Senior Scratch Cup.
What is that?
It's a tournament.
What, played on a local muni or something? Or what?
Can't give you all the info, can I?
Interesting.
It's quite a big, wide, expansive fairway off the tee because you're just like plonking it down there. It's quite a difficult second, though.
Yeah, the second's hard.
Yeah.
Elevated green and over water.
Okay, I'm going to stick with my first shot.
Yeah, might as well. I've got no reason to change.
Shot number... Kieran, did you write one?
Yeah.
Shot number 3. And this is for birdie. This player had a PGA Tour win in 2024. This player had a PGA Tour win in 2024. Jacob's folding. Kieran's writing. Pete's stewing.
Oh, was it this year? Was it this year? God, this year seems so long.
This is the longest year
Isn't
ever.
this just the longest year
It's so
ever?
long.
See, I like my
Where
answer,
did we-
but
where-
apart from that senior thing.
Where did we go at the beginning of this year? Can't remember, can you? Do
No idea.
you remember what January was like?
No. I don't remember. It kind of hit home last few weeks with all the leaves falling off the trees.
Yeah.
It being dark at 5.
Do you remember going to the Kingdom? That was this year.
That was this year. Jeez.
Months and months and months ago.
I don't think this is right, but I think this might have been last year. I'm going to stick with it.
Shot number 4, and this is for par. If you haven't got it here, you're going to be over par for this hole, but do not worry. Here we go. Shot number 4. This player comes from a prestigious sporting family. In 1982, his father Brendan became a national champion in a sport not played in many other countries. Shot number 4 for par. This player comes from a prestigious sporting family. In 1982, his father Brendan became a national champion in a sport not played in many other countries.
I'm sticking with it. I think it's wrong, but I don't have any better information to change it.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not feeling this either.
Yeah, that was a tough par putt.
Yeah, that was a tough par, but
Yeah, breaks weirdly.
yeah.
Wind.
Whipping across the screen.
I've played a perfect
Lot of grain.
mid-handicap a hole here.
Yeah.
Like I think I've hit a good drive, got down there, chopped it out. Like then
Bit
like
fat.
but like I've had to chip onto the green, I've stiffed it, but then I've probably missed like lipped out from 2 foot.
I've hit a very speculative drive. I've not hit a shot since. I've not found my ball yet. I'm hoping it's at the hole.
Here we go. This is for bogey. If you don't get it here, you're going to be 2 over for the hole, and that's the worst you can do, so don't panic. This former Open champion is currently ranked 28th in the OWGR. This former Open champion is currently ranked 28th in the OWGR.
Well, I'm not right.
Yeah.
So, new name for you two. Kieran's being very quiet over there.
Say that again. Say that again.
This former Open champion, is currently ranked 28th in the OWGR?
28th.
Yeah, boy.
I don't know if you're being a so I'm going to keep the same answer.
What?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if he's playing a trick question, though.
Which one do you think is a trick?
A trick answer.
Which
That
one do you think? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he'd make the bogey putt a trick, but
It's a tricky hole, and it's Mick.
are you thinking that it's like a senior Open champion?
I think it's the US Open.
Oh, right. Oh. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you folded yours?
I have folded mine, yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to give you who it is?
Yeah.
Well, this is double bogey, so I guess it is now.
This is for double bogey. This short game wizard grew up playing bump and runs around the greens at Esker Hills in County Offaly, Ireland. Two-time European Ryder Cup player Shane Lowry.
No. Stinks. Stinks. Absolutely stinks. We all get double bogey.
Wow.
We are so out of practice.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. We are so out of practice. What do you have Matthew Patrick? Yeah, I had that as well.
I had Keegan Bradley.
Yeah, that stinks.
So he has one major win, which was the Open. He won as an amateur. The 2009 Lee Valley Senior Scratch Cup was an amateur tournament that he won.
Senior scratch, bro.
This is
Before he
obviously
turned
like,
pro. He had a PGA Tour win with Rory at the Zurich.
Yeah.
it must have been like,
His dad won a Gaelic football
Gaelic.
national title. And he's ranked 28.
I think overall that was probably quite a good hole.
yeah, that was good.
But
Yeah, we're just
there
out
was-
of, yeah.
Yeah, out
Okay,
of practice. but-
okay, so I have got a surprise one for you if you want to do another one, just to get your strength back up, because I know you haven't been feeling good.
Yeah.
I've
Should
got
we
one
do
more
another?
for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
go on, let's do it.
I've got more
Again,
paper if we want it.
No,
Yeah.
just go on the back or go next to it.
flip it over.
All right.
Here we go. Another par 4 for you, friends.
Oh, I'd love another par 4.
Shot number, and this is like short par 4,
Right.
tree lined,
Okay.
right? Wind into a little bit.
Okay.
Today's player was born in Columbus, Ohio. Today's player was born in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
That's a quick right and fold by Finch and Mulhall there.
There's only so many golfers.
He's on the shot clock now, this joker over
I know. Oh, it's been cancelled now.
I've no, you can play as slow as you like now.
Yeah, there's no rules now.
It's only for
Yeah,
2026 though. So.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to finish 37 and win $9 million.
Yeah, no one's going to care.
I will.
Shot number 2. If you've not written anything, you're getting 0 for this
Hang
hole.
on.
So write a name.
Hang on.
Yeah, you're on the clock now.
Okay.
Shot number 2. This player currently lends their name and likeness to a line of flavoured lemonades. This player currently lends their name and likeness to a line of flavoured lemonades.
Okay.
Oh God.
Now, Jacob's gone for a very quick right and fold.
I'm.
Got to your ball, good lie.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
Good yardage.
Yeah.
Lids on the pen.
Do I change? Do I
Yeah.
change? Do I
It's not that good of a.
Do I change? I think I might have to change. Or do I change? Oh, I'm changing.
He's changing.
I actually don't know if I'm right. I just prefer this answer to my first one.
You are currently playing against Chris Shepherd from Whitehaven in
Chris.
West Cumbria.
Oh, David might
Hey,
know.
Chris.
That's what David. Yeah,
He
David,
said
yeah.
he was really appreciated that you spent a little bit of time with him and his dad at the Open.
Oh.
Although that he knew that you were constantly under pressure to say hi to people, and he said that you were lovely.
Wow, that must have been a.
Must have caught me a
Yeah.
great time. I just got him coming out of the Cobra tent, which is obviously the manufacturer, not the beer.
Obviously.
Was it Tiger?
Tiger.
Might have been Tiger. Again, that doesn't make sense at the Open. Coming out of the Tiger tent with, with the great man himself.
I mean, yeah.
Shot number 3. Has everyone written everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
shot number 3. His father was a pharmacist. That's not the whole clue.
I was going to say.
And he intended to follow him into the medical field before later switching college majors to study insurance. He never graduated, but was awarded an honorary doctorate in 1972. His father was a pharmacist, and he had intended to follow him into the medical field before later switching college majors to insurance. He never graduated, but was awarded an honorary doctorate in 1972.
Yeah.
Have you got it?
I think so.
I feel like me and you is similar.
Yeah, I think so. I'll be really annoyed if I'm not picking my first answer.
That's golf.
That's just golf.
That's golf,
So golf
folks.
works, unfortunately. Okay, shot number 4, and this is for par. If you haven't got it, if you don't get it on this one, you're going to be over par for this hole. Here we go. Mike Weir is right-handed.
What?
That's not the whole. That's not the whole one. But played golf left-handed. He once wrote to today's mystery golfer asking if he should make the switch. Our player wrote to Weir and told him he should stick with what he's comfortable with. He did, and he went on to win the Masters. Weir has the letter framed in his house.
God, I've not been to Mike's house in
No.
ages.
Mike Weir
yeah.
is right-handed but played golf left-handed. He once
tell you what.
he once wrote today's mystery golfer asking if he should make the switch.
I can picture it as well in
Yeah.
his toilet. You
No,
sit
our
down,
player
it's
He was refurbing when I went round, so he got rid of it.
Our player wrote to Weir and told him he should stick with what he's comfortable with. He did, and he went on to win the Masters. Weir has the letter framed in his house.
Yeah, that was just the one letter
The
I didn't
what,
intercept.
like, of his like name.
No, the letter, the response that this player wrote to Mike Weir.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
the letter of the player, just one letter
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It's got the initials just there.
on the back of his toilet door.
Everyone written something?
Well, I've
I'm
kept.
still
Yeah.
sticking where you go. Paul.
First of all, let us know how you're getting on in the old
Yeah.
comments. Second of all, here's your bogey putt.
We did so badly this time, I think.
This player won his last major title, the Masters, in the year Peter Finch was born, in 1986. This player won his last major title, the Masters, in the year Peter Finch was born, 1986.
I'm just going to keep it. That's 2 bleeps in Guess the Player now.
For him?
Yeah.
Potty mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just calling him Richard.
Listen, the player's name is
what was
not
it?
Richard.
You did it again. You said the same. You got annoyed at him and called him a dick twice.
Can't say that. It's naughty word.
No, you said it as well.
Yeah, I
now.
know. Beat me.
So much beeping. Okay, this is your double bogey putt. I'm going to reveal the player. You happy with that, are you?
I'm so annoyed.
So I'm either double bogey or a birdie. It's one or the other.
Some people consider this man the greatest of all time. 73 PGA Tour victories and more majors than you can count. Today's golfer is Jack Nicklaus.
So annoyed. So annoyed.
Oh.
Who'd you have?
I had Arnold Palmer,
Arnold Palmer.
but then now I'm thinking it because he has the Arnold Palmer drinks.
Yeah, made by the same company that also makes the Jack Nicklaus lemonades.
I had no idea that was.
What really annoys me and
Yeah.
why I'm so annoyed
Yeah.
You're
is
at
because
number
I had
one.
Jack at number 1, and then I changed it to Palmer because of the
Drinks thing.
lemonade
Yeah.
Yep.
So I hit it in the hole. It's bounced out.
Yeah.
I thought I'd hold it for me second, but it's gone over the back and into a gopher hole.
Yeah, so Chris from the Discord, he told me twice that he was thinking of switching to Jack Nicklaus before he then continued with Tom Watson. So he would have probably, I think he would have had it for birdie.
But what did he get?
Double.
So right. So
So you guys for fine then.
yeah. So me and Kieran tied that one.
Nice.
And what was about the first one?
Bogey.
So he's won.
So
that
he
one.
won that one.
Well done, Discord. Well done, everyone watching at home. Not
we
so
are
well done, you lot. You
rust.
were
Well,
absolute trash
I
today.
was rusty.
Yeah.
Hit the camera. Go. Oh.
Bit.
Oh, that one would have looked good going past it. Well done, everyone. You were rubbish.
Thanks.
We'll see you in about 6 months for the next hole.
So, guys, a huge thank you for watching, and even bigger thank you for listening if we're with you on your car on a big commute, wherever you are going. Gentlemen, thank you once more for your input in discussing the biggest stories in golf. And we will see you next week.
For the 100th episode. We can't wait. We'll see you there.
See ya.
Bye.